Welcome to everybody watching the VOD. Sure, let's play tennis. What could go wrong? Nice. Not getting any of the aces, like the surefire aces, not surefire. There's one, and of course he returned that one. That's really funny. He missed two ones that he should have returned, and he returned one that he should have missed. That is such a say game. That's out. How dare you? How dare you? Ah. That's awkward. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Frame too early there. That's 2 for 2 on him returning a big serve after I hit the frame. Too much. It's so impossible to get the Goldilocks. That should be fine. There's the frame too late. Frame too early. And it's partially RNG. So especially in the first game, I'm going to be trying to get that frame on the way up on the toss. So there might be a lot of resets in the first game now. But that's the reward right there. And yeah. Game said no. Aloha, Mr. Exister. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the GLHF Jades. It's so awesome to see that new avatar here as well. We got the lucky ace that time. Nice, there's the frame, and he missed it. Okay. There's a fast serve from him. It saves us a little bit of time. Yeah, I really do like it. It suits you very much. Another fast serve. That's my first time ever hitting it out on that line. Huh. Missed the frame late there. I needed to move back for that. Missed it late. Uh-oh. Hey, I actually got that. That was a god lob. We still managed to win the point. I'm missing the frame every time so far. Boing, the ball hit him. And I missed it late. So it went out. Same thing there. It's incredibly hard to hit that frame because it's partially luck-based, on the way up especially. Nope. Boing? Nope. That was definitely on the line, but Mario didn't think so. I have not hit the frame in a long time here. Ah! That's not it either. Perfect god lob. Nothing I could do. That's why I'm trying to hit the ace frame. Ah! Yeah, it can be very awkward in this game because when the ball travels toward you, it suddenly starts moving faster when it gets closer to you, which can really throw you off at first, but it's something you gradually get used to. But sometimes it does screw you because it makes it so. There we go. We finally got the frame there, and so he missed. It makes it so there are some shots you can't return because the ball is moving too fast for there to be a detectable hit frame. But this is a pretty impressive game for, I think, one of, like, the release era NES titles, 1981. It's not that bad of a tennis game, honestly. That time I hit the frame, but he still returned it. There is a chance that can happen. Nope. There we go. So when you see it move really fast and flat like that, and it doesn't go out like that, that means I hit the frame. The frame perfect serve, which is partially luck-based. But if it goes slow like that, but still goes in, I'll take it. And he still has a chance to miss that. The stutter step. There it is. Got it. And he got it too. Yep, that can still happen. Even if you get the frame perfect serve, sometimes he can still return it. And he can hit a perfect return off of it too. That's out. Very bad omen. Every time he misses a first serve, it loses me a lot of time. I'll move way back on those because he can hit a really good volley instead of just letting it go like that. Alright. Passed the second game for the first time today. I'm gonna go for a safer version of trying to hit the frame perfect serve. Try and hit it on the way down, so I can react to the different luck on the tosses. Trying to get as many aces as possible here. Nothing I could do, except wait longer. So I don't know why I said that. What I meant was there's nothing I could do to lose an immense amount of time there no matter what. That one went out. That one went out. There we go. That was the one. That one went out. It's just ludicrously unsafe to do it on the way up. But I'm trying to do it in the first, so I'm just trying to do it only in the first game. I missed it that time, but he can still miss it. And that's the perfect sequence to demonstrate the variance. You can miss the frame-perfect serve and he can miss it. Or you can hit the frame-perfect serve that he's supposed to miss like 90% of the time and he can get it back anyway. And then start an incredibly long point. This is a Seiria game. Yet another Sei game. Perfect. There it is. And he missed it. Okay. Ah! There it is. Nice. There it is. And he returned it. Ah! Let's go for it again. Missed it early, but at least that's not a miss on the serve. Alright. Nope. How dare you call that a fault? That's 6 seconds lost, because the game said so. Move too far. Run over. Trying to do this at a high level is just absolutely unbelievably brutal. It is a Seiria game. We hit 2 frames in a row that time. 3. Nice. Yeah, if you move just a tad too far, too early, then it switches sides with your hitting, and then you can't do a single thing to hit the ball. You just have to let it hit your body and lose the point. He's gonna get this. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot to get used to in this game. And we're just losing a crap ton of time in this game because the game said so. Yeah, very slow game. Could be slower. Now we go for the aces the safer way. There's one. Oh, we got lucky there. That was not the frame, but he missed. That's, even though it's slightly safer to do it that way, it's still very difficult. I tried it on the way up that time to save a bit more time, and got the ace. But now we have one of our own faults, unfortunately. So this runs on thin ice. We basically need to hope he never hits a fault again, which is not going to happen. There's one. And that's out. This is really, really, really tough to get a fast time in. You got that. I hit the frame, but we entered a long point anyway. That hit the line, but the game called it out. Hit the frame. Nice. Ah! Hit the frame. Ah! Yes. Nice. 3 frame-perfect serves in a row. I thought he might get that. Nice game. Very good pace so far. I'm not even gonna try for aces now. I just want to see how far I can get this right now. There's still the chance that he'll miss. Anyway, this is very bad. Yep, we might just be here for the rest of our lives. Nothing I could do. I did my very best. Game said no. Not surprised that the moment I tried to play it safe, the game showed me why there is no such thing as safety in any Say game. Yep, that's exactly what I call it, him going Super Saiyan. And I hit the frame-perfect serve, and he returned it. Ah! But yeah, he can do that in level 1 as well. This is only level 2, and he can decide that it's impossible to win the point. No matter what you do. Ah! That one went out. There it is. He's still got it. And this is a long point. Nope! Alright. That's long. Yeah, I just love it how sometimes he does that, where he just rushes the net after the point's over. That's like my favorite thing about this game. There's the lucky ace. There's the one that should be an ace. Nice. There's the one that should be an ace. Ah! Nope. We didn't get the angle. And he hit the perfect lob and rushed in, so there was nothing I could do. Nope, long. Long. It's usually when I miss it late. I miss the frame late when I hit it long. Ah! And if I miss it early, it's just a slow serve like that that goes in. Ah! There it is. Got it. Nice. Welcome, Ice. Fernando CC, Juggy Duck. Hit it out. It's over. Those ones I just need to accept that it's going to be a long point. If it's a serve like that, it's very easy to hit it out. Hope you're doing well. Missed it. Nope. He went God mode immediately. Missed it long. So you can see why my attempt counter is what it is now. Because most of the time I'm just missing serves in the first game and resetting, or he goes Super Saiyan in the second game and I'm resetting. Ooh, that sounds tasty. Alright. Ah! Or the game does that, and switches every time when I'm just trying to move back to hit a ball, and the game decides to switch which direction I'm facing. So many times that there's nothing I can do to hit the ball. He got that one, even though I hit the frame. Four frame perfect serves in a row, and he returned 2 of them. That's very unlucky. Ah! Okay. Game said no. What sparked tennis? Just... somebody said months ago, or weeks ago or something, I don't know, time, that they were surprised I hadn't tried speedrunning a tennis game yet, like, that I was doing baseball instead. And so I decided to just check, like... I knew there was a tennis NES game. I thought there were a lot more, but this is the only, like, primary tennis-focused game I could find on the NES at first glance. So I just thought I would take a look at it. And the only category I've seen so far that doesn't seem super fleshed out is this level 2. I've tried NES Open Golf, briefly. That one also is very fleshed out. I had a great time just trying out all the courses last year. That's a perfect return. Oh, and he just decided to not hit the next ball. And he decided to miss that. There's the frame perfect serve. Ah! And there's another frame perfect serve. And he returned it. Because the game said so. yeah, just wanted to see what this was like. And so, of course, I've done more than 1,000 attempts on it. And now this is happening. Oh well. Still not that bad. Punch it through. Now we'll try for the aces the slow way. The slightly safer way. Oh, that was lucky. Look at that little scuttle backwards. Now, if I just start points normally this way, it's a lot slower than just doing immediate serves. But if I get a bunch of frame-perfect serves, it'll be worth it. So far, I got 0. So I lost a couple seconds every single serve there by going for the slower toss. But this is the farthest we've made it today so far. Whoa. I did not think that serve was going to go over the net. That was a weird serve. He's probably going to get this. Lucky. Pretty good pace here. I'm just gonna go safe serves now. Ah! Just see how long we can go without losing a point. That was a good return by him. I got a bit lucky to not lose that point. Ah! Let's see if we can win a set here. All right. Fast serve. Nice. It's my fastest set ever on stream. Let's keep going for safe serves here. Nice, lucky ace. Uh-oh. Yep. Game's saying no. Run's dead. Let's go for aces now. We have to. We just lost 20 seconds in 1 point. I hit the frame perfect serve twice on the way up, which is nice. That's out. Hey, I got so lucky. A little lucky there. That could have been just as bad as the other point. He might return this. Alright. Let's go back to safe serves. Just see if we can finish a run without hitting a fault. Ah! That was a nice return by him. Three more games. Ah! He's probably gonna get this. Alright. Smart serve. Nothing I can do. Okay. Game went Super Saiyan. What a run. What a run. We made it really far without losing a single point. That might be the farthest I've ever made it without losing a point. That is so, so, so hard to do. Ugh. Let's go to attempt number 1300, and then I've got some stuff to show you, because I was not at attempt number 1200 last time I was streaming this. I was not even close to that. Which means I have some offline recordings to show you. But let's see if we can get another run going first. Hope you all enjoyed that one. Perfect return. Absolutely perfect. Two frame perfect serves. Missed that one. That was way late. You don't start the toss yourself. You have to kind of like half react to it every time. That's part of what makes it really tough to hit the frame perfect serve. And then I think there are 3 different tosses, which makes getting the perfect frame different every single time. And I hit the frame perfect serve that time, but not only did he get it back, he hit the perfect return. It's a say game. There's the frame perfect serve. There we go. Ah! There it is. Doing? 3 times in a row. Let's try and get 4 in a row. Nope. And that was a fault. You got it. That's the slow one that he's gonna get back. Ah! Got lucky on that one. Got the frame perfect serve. And there it is again. That's a really smart serve, so he's almost certainly going to start the point. Yep, just godlike. Nothing I could do. Another perfect return. And it goes straight to the middle, which almost guarantees that even if I move back for it, I'm still going to miss it wide. Ah! Just absolutely godlike. "10-yard fight." I have not heard of that one. Pause scumming. There's the frame perfect serve. Ah! Nope. I'll see if I get another run past the second game before run number 1300. There's 2 frame perfect serves. There's 3. Ah! Let's go 4 for 4. Yep, we did. And he returned that one because of course he did. Still a fast game. Drain the quarter out when you score a touchdown. A lot of sports games seem to unfortunately be like that. Ah! Like, it's cool they made Nintendo World Cup. They managed to make it not quite be like that. But with lag reduction and stuff. I still need to try that one someday. That's out. That's an amazing thing that wasn't happening at all in the run that I got really far just now. He didn't hit a single fault. So we didn't get any of that time loss. Yeah, let's just play. Let's not try and get aces right now. I'll add some in if things start going really slowly. Or add in some attempts at least. Hey, we got a lucky one. Nothing I could do about that. He hit the perfect lob. Lucky ace. Trying to experiment if you can drain it quicker. I love it. 2 lucky aces after missing the frame. That time we got the frame and he's gonna return it. No, he didn't! The game loves its irony. That time it wasn't able to do it. Very smart serve. He's gonna get this back. And it didn't give me the overhead, and so I missed. Smart play, game. Smart play. Ah! Got it. Got it. Ah! 3 for 4. And he got that one, and it's the perfect return. I managed to get that one, but it cost me a lot of time. Lucky? Lucky! Ah! Good start. Let's go safe serves. Can't believe that worked. Nothing I could do. He had the perfect return. Let's just keep going for now. And I'll go for aces. And I hit the frame, but he hit the perfect return again. The game was incredibly... distasteful toward that run. I could not think of English words. Contemptuous. It was incredibly contemptuous toward that run. 3 frame perfect serves in a row. Nope. Missed the last one. In the bad way. Got the lucky one. Ah! Ah! Missed all 4. But I missed them in the fine way. The way I can still continue the run with. Smart serve. Ah! Got it. Got it. Ah! 3 for 4. Ah! Nope. Perfect shot. Still got it. Slow start, though. That's better. Right on the line. Pretty good start. Let's go for safe serves. I'm surprised he didn't get that. I'll take it. That was an interesting return. I'm lucky that it was an overhead, or else I would have guaranteed missed it. Uh-oh. Could have been worse. Oh, like the black box golf title? Early manip? Interesting. I might have to look into that. Also, welcome. Hope you're doing great. I figured out how to do the frame perfect aces, but unfortunately, like, they're still luck-based. Nice, that was lucky. So, I'm just doing the ones, the fast ones on the way up in the first game, and if I get a good pace going... That was on the line. Game said no. So now I'll go for aces. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the sort of grind that I just do. Lucky ace. What a good return. Oh my god. Let's just keep it going. It's all frame-based, so repeatable to a point. That's really interesting. Yeah, that is a game that I owned growing up. This is so slow, but I'm gonna keep it going. I'll try for aces in the next service game if I get that far. Yeah, I might have to try that. I managed to wait so long I hit that out. I didn't know that was possible from that position. Run number 1300. Ah! Your most dedicated... I do recall watching your world record and thinking like, wow, there's no way. There's no way I'm ever doing that. Nice. Good frame perfect serves. Yeah, GG's on that. That's so good. Could have been there. That was run number 1300. We'll try one more time past the first game, and then I'll show you all some offline stuff. That's Holmes. Okay, sorry. Part of me knew that. I got the frame perfect serve, but he hit the perfect return anyway. Ah! Nice. Ah! Nope. Yeah, Dr. Mr. Holmes is great at this game as well. Nice. Ah! Yes! We figured it out. He wears so many hats. Except it's mostly the same hat. Just different colors. Missed the last frame perfect serve. And the game switched my direction, and now the run is dead. Hit the frame perfect serve, but he returned it. Missed it in the bad way. Missed it in the okay way. Yeah, it's probably the same hat. Ah! Got it. But he got it anyway. Ah! Got it. Alright. Last live run for now, and then I'll switch to showing offline stuff. There goes 6 seconds. He's gonna get this. Hey, lucky. Let's keep going for safe serves. Just cuz. Don't switch me. The stutter step. What a return. And what a shot! We managed to just barely get it. Slow point, though. Let's see how far we can get this without the game forcing us to lose a point. Lucky. That's a smart serve. Alright. Pretty good pace. Game can go Super Saiyan at any moment. He's really into the stutter step right now. That was lucky. I'm really shocked the game didn't switch my directions and just kill me. In real life. That was a good return, but we managed to get it. This is bad. I had to go super early there to try to hit the angle. Run is dead. Still won the point, though. I'm gonna try and go for aces in the next game, maybe. Wow, what a perfect play by him. Nothing I could do. Absolutely nothing I could do. It was a pretty good start, though. That is NES Tennis. Let's show some offline runs. Switch to the stuff and do the stuff and do stuff and do stuff and do stuff and do the stuff. How does that sound? I'm gonna have to do this. Make it go way louder. I know you can't see anything yet. I'm just trying to raise the volume as much as possible. Hee-hee! And that broke the player, so I have to redo it. Now we go over here. And now I go here. That sounded fun, and it didn't end in my favor because it never does. All right. I think I might change into something else because now the numbers are reversed. Well, let's watch this run first. So I think at this point I'm not yet going for the... I haven't figured out how to do the aces yet in the first game. Yeah, the only way I know how to do the ace so far is the slow way, by doing the high toss and letting it come back down and trying to time it that way. And it's still hard, and even then. Yep. Okay, not too bad. Whoops, my bad. All right. Not a great pace here, but it's acceptable. Ah! There is a little scuttling sound that plays whenever the player runs. It's really faint, but it's kind of hilarious. Nice fault. There goes 6 seconds. But whenever I end this game in sub 3, I generally think that's a good sign. And okay, he missed, so we will. Sweep the Mario. Because I don't know why. Nice. Lucky ace there. We will always take those. Another one! Okay, that's huge. Suddenly this is pretty fast. And that's tough. Now we're in trouble. Okay, we're out. We won the point, but it was rough. But we got the ace that time. We finally got the timing. And winning this game, sub 430, I generally think is pretty good. And we have a chance to do that here. Uh-oh. I wasn't ready for the fast serve, but we got lucky. That wasn't a very long point. Okay. That might be good. Yes. Sub 430 on set 1. So here we go into set 2. Like, getting a double sub 430 gives us a sub 9. So it is possible. Just saying. All I'm trying to do is get a time better than what JK Loser or JKL said that he got like years ago, which was a 9:15 or a 9:14. I can't remember exactly which. But this point is not helping. That almost went out. But we got through it with a little bit dinged up. But we hit the ace timing there. So we move on. Yikes. There goes 6 seconds. Okay. If you're gonna do it twice in a row, and then never again. Uh-oh. There it goes. Commit to the faults. The game gave me the situation there where I don't think it's possible to get the ball back. Whenever it lands right in front of you and it's moving that fast, I don't think there's a single frame where it's hittable. And now this is happening. So the run is no longer very good, but we'll see what happens. I mean, it's not sub-9 pace anymore, we'll say that, but like maybe I can still PB. Four more games to win. And if I can get a ton of aces, who knows? And I'm still not great at the timing. As evidenced by missing it on the side that I must absolutely never miss it on, which is early. And hey, I got it the next time. Yay. I got it again. Uh-oh. Yep, nothing I could do. So let's get out of there. That was an interesting run, though. Doubles! Let me change shirts really quick. Reinvigorate the floof. Nice lob. And here we go. Is it possible to win this point? Well, it was, but I sucked. Forgot to zoom it in, so it was actually proper in the layout. My bad. Yeah. Hate to see it every single time. And there's another one. Maybe I shouldn't take out my anger on Mario every single time, but it's just what I do. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, he's not interested in ever letting me play tennis, so let's try again. That's a very awkward return, but we can deal with it. Ah! Got the frame perfect serve. Got it again. Ah! And again. Nice start. What a serve. I'm really surprised that with how aggressively I moved there, that the game didn't switch which direction I was facing, which would have immediately killed the run. That's a smart serve. The game called that in? There's absolutely no way that the game just called that in. It calls things that are way safer than that out. We have to... Well, let's see if we can roll with that. Let's see if we can run with that for a long time. It's up to the game. Yep. Yep. So, later, that's why I start trying to prepare for those every single time he comes to the net after his serve. I eventually will start moving way back behind the baseline so I can have a chance to get to those. It's still a great shot, though. That's the most awkward return. Penguin! Thank you so much for the 38-month sub. Deeply, deeply appreciated. He's kind of dressed like Strawberry Love, my opponent. Oh, that's the Strawberry Hate serve. My bad. And so we go again. There's the Strawberry Love serve. Yay! Ah! But he hated it. Yeah, hope you're doing well, Penguin. Thank you again. We can deal with this potentially, except he got it back. Okay. Nice, we got the frame perfect serve. And again. But he got it. But we dealt with it. Why must you be realistic? In 1981. Nothing was realistic in 1981. Ay, 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 ay. Anytime you get 2 faults in one game, it's so brutal. Especially the very first game, because then he has every single one of his service games after that to possibly hit a bunch of faults. And now this is happening. Let's just move on. I got the frame perfect serve, but he returned it. Thank you all so much for being here so far. Hope you're enjoying. Hope you're doing well. Ah! My opponent is still charging the net after points. Ah, we missed it early that time, and so we lost 7 seconds to hitting a fault. Doing, doing! I love that so much. Nice. That is exactly how he felt, yes. Alright, pretty good start here. Ah! That's the sound he makes when he rushes the net. After points are done. Yes, those are basically just tennis grunts. Now, oh gosh, now I have to make a clip, a short clip of a tennis point where one player's grunts are replaced by Tails screaming and the other player's grunts are replaced by Rouge screaming. Thank you for ruining everything in life and the world. We live in times of chaos. Uh-oh. Hey, he missed! That could have been a very, very long point. Got the ace. Nice. This is a very fast start. 154 on the scoreboard after that game is pretty intense. Let's see how long the game lets it last. Immediately, it loses me 6 seconds. So, not very long. Not very long. But we'll keep going. Ah! I've got to be ready for those. Yeah, like, it happens to me so often that eventually, like, 400 attempts from now, I learn from it, and I move way back in case that happens. So the run is no longer super good anymore, but we can still get out of this game sub 3, which, again, is kind of what I consider to be a good pace. Yeah, so with a fault and losing a point, like, this is still acceptable pace. It's what could have been, but let's continue. And the game switched my directions 20 times, and now this is happening. Okay, well, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. We won the point. Got the frame perfect serve. Yeah, so because that previous game went so badly, I'm going for the frame perfect serves. Still. Nice, and it's going well. So we're getting some of that time back. Missed that one. But the game gave it to me. Holy cow, what a game. That was very, very fast. So now we're kind of back on track here. Definitely on track to get a sub 430 set. I cannot believe that the game let me hit that. I feel like I moved too far, but the game gave it to me. Heck yeah. Alright. One more point for the set. And the game knew. Whatever, we're out, we're out. Sub 430 still. Let's see what we can do. Again, like, if even with how that went, with some brutal time losses, at sub 430, if we get another sub 430, that's sub 9. We can get another sub 430 while losing a lot of time to, like, faults and losing points. But granted, that's with some aces. So I'm still going for him here. I'm trying out going for the aces all through the entire match, and that's a pretty solid game. Ah! Uh-oh. Oh, okay. He didn't swing. That looked like an instance where he could have mangled me there. I hit it too late. When he hits the wide serve like that and I wait too long, then that happens. That's brutal. And immediately followed by him hitting a fault. Just to rub it in and lose me another 6 seconds. Okay, if you're gonna do it once, do it right after it. Alright, we're out, we're out. Let's just try and keep rolling here. See how many aces we can get. We got the frame perfect serve. That's amazing. That is a Seiria game at its finest. We got the frame perfect serve, but not only did he returned it in such an awkward way that there was like nothing I could do to get it back. And that so ends that run. That was a good attempt. And now we go from the 400s in attempts. Yep. Just as Brian Williams says it, that was, yeah. We have finished 3 out of 463 runs, and now my split button is starting to malfunction on my keyboard. And so there are a lot of runs that are actually not included because my timer didn't even start, and I kept going. So this is more like, we've only finished 3 runs out of 630 attempts. Because now here we're going with, we're just going with a run here. So now you see, in the first game of the match here, yes, so many resets, the split button has broken, indeed. In the first game now, I'm going for the frame perfect serve on the way up, which is way more unsafe, but significantly faster than having to wait for the ball to go up and come back down on the toss. So that means even more resets to missing more serves in a really bad way in the first game. But more time save in the first game. Ah! Nice fault. Ah! Figure 8. Do some side switches just to intimidate him. Nice. Perfect, perfect return. Now we got the timer back. Yay. Excuse me. There's one. So it's an almost immediate way to get the frame perfect serve. Instead of the one where you have to wait like a second and a half or more. And it's still incredibly difficult to hit, so if you spend most of the run going for the longer toss and still missing, you're losing a lot of time compared to trying to hit the frame perfect serve on the way up. But it adds a whole other element of losing way more runs. Trying to get that incredibly precise input where if you miss it a certain way, then you're losing 6 seconds to hitting a fault. And it's already freaking impossible to get through this game without the opponent hitting faults or playing perfect points that you can't win. So there's the trade-off, like, you have, like, because it's impossible to get through a run, basically, without losing points and the opponent hitting faults. You have to, like, try and save some time due to going for the frame-perfect aces. It's a really, really strange and delicate balance. pretty good start here. Not sub 2, which is what I kind of used to see if I'm on an absurd start. But it was pretty close. Ah! Uh-oh. That time I did move back. So have I started doing it by now? He still almost got me. Because he hit it straight into the middle of the court and almost hit my body. But as it stands, we're getting through the game. Chance for sub 3 here. Hopefully we can hit a winner. Okay, he missed. 250. Alright. Pretty decent so far. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was my only play. And we won the point right after. Goodness gracious. That feels good. He hit the perfect return. I had to bail. And I almost whiffed completely, but instead, I got him to whiff. And now we got a lucky ace. Uh-oh. That was a great return. And now we're in this situation again. Lots of time loss, lots of time loss. Even if we... Okay, we won, but still lots of time loss because the game said so. But let's keep going. This could be weird. I had to swing early to try to get it to the left of him, but I couldn't. And now we're in this again. Not only did we lose the point, we lost it incredibly slowly. So you see, once it gets to a certain point in that rally and the ball starts coming at me slowly, I start to kind of do some panic swings, which doesn't serve me very well. If we get an obscenely fast game here, we'll still be near at least the 430 mark for the first set. Which again, like if we get a really good second set, that'll give me an amazing time. And now all the pressure's off because we already have a huge blemish on this run. Ah! Good game so far. Uh-oh. Okay, that's going in. The perfect return. Those ones always scare me. Yep, he gave me a fast game here. It's a 440. Not what I'm looking for, but we're just gonna keep going here. Ah! See what the second set gives us. If we get a perfect second set, it could still definitely PB. Ah! I've never gotten a perfect second set before. I've gotten a decent amount of first sets without losing a single point, but never in the second set. At this point, I probably should be going for frame perfect serves because the first set was pretty slow. But I'm just trying to get through this run here, just trying to see what happens if I can finish without hitting any faults myself. Because if I get another 440 set, that's a 920. Which is still a huge PB. Nice. Very cooperative game there. That's exactly what we're looking for. Every single return game. Uh-oh. Alright. Managed to thread that. And we got a lucky ace there, okay. That really helps. That's not good. Okay. I had to move back several times and the game managed to not switch my directions every single time and make it unhittable. So we'll take it. Okay, thank you. This is all of a sudden like a pretty good pace, because those 3 games went so smoothly. And now 3 games left. Like, this is why I continued. Even though we got some really, really ugly time losses in the first set. That was the first time loss of the second set. That fault from the CPU. So that's why I continued, because I wanted to see if the second set could actually cooperate. Uh-oh! I cannot believe the game gave that to me. I moved way too far and got lucky. Lucky again. Ah! Very smart serve there. This could be bad. This, oh, what a shot. But I hit the perfect shot and he managed to not return it. Okay, 2 more games. If we can complete them both in 40 seconds, then we'll have a decent time. Nice lucky ace. Nice, that was pretty lucky too. Alright. Yeah, that was the perfect return. Okay. There goes the set without losing a point. And... okay. We should be finishing the game right now. Whatever, whatever. Okay. Yep. Potential for a big PB here. One more game. Ah! Let's see what he's got to throw wrenches in this at the last moment. Okay. He tried to there, but he just barely missed. 2 more points. Okay, that was almost a fault, but it wasn't. Instead, it was a fast serve, which gave us a perfect chance for a winner down the line. 1 more point. Oh, we could actually... but he got it! We had an outside chance to beat JKL there, and now this is happening instead. Come on. Alright, that's it. 922. I split slightly early, but it's still a 922. That is a personal best for beating level 2 by itself. Thank you for the GG, Brian Williams. Yeah, if it would have been a 914 or a 915 if we had managed to get a winner on the very last return point, but it just, right at the end, it couldn't quite come together. Yeah, that's, like, I had a chance for the 915 or a 914 with some very, very ugly time losses, so that's interesting. Very interesting. So, after 616 attempts, only completing the run 3 times, we finally got our 4th completion, and it's a sub 930. So there's that. Yes, that is the speedrun.com first place run. But I know that JKL has done it faster, so I'm not satisfied. So, let's keep going. Hope you all enjoyed that run. There's definitely more work to do here. Like, there were so many substantial time losses there that I'm, like, I know at this point that sub 9 is very realistic. It's not only realistic, it's kind of my actual goal. But it's so up to the game in so many ways. That was a heck of a point. So, we're actually, like, really deep in a run here. And I'm not even, like... I've cut deep into a run here. Great. And that's how it ends. Oh well. We keep going. So now oh, I got the frame perfect serve and he returned it. Every single time that happens, it's so annoying. So yeah, most of the resets now are happening in the first game because trying to hit that frame perfect serve on the way up is so freaking unforgiving. It's incredibly easy to miss it in a way that makes you hit a fault. And we hit it twice in a row, but the second time he got it back. Yeah. Ah! Pretty slow first game here. But that's the fun angle. I like sometimes the game refuses to give you a forehand there, so it's like, fine, I'll just pass him with the backhand in the far smaller open space. And that's always fun. So we got out of there in sub 40, but I think it was like a 39 for the first game, which with me going for the fast frame perfect serves, that's like 10 seconds slower than what I want, but we'll stick with it for now. All right, we got out of there okay. I'll take it. Nice. So now I'm also still going for, like, after the 922, it's like, why not go for more aces with the safer option? Oh gosh. Okay. Game said no. Ah! You're the one who whiffed it, man. Don't be mad at me. He got that one back. We got the frame perfect serve, but we're not rewarded. Got it again. 3 for 3. 4 for 4. Doing? There's a smart serve. He's gonna get this back. Alright, but he hit a friendly shot there. That's a tough one to hit a winner on, but you absolutely can pretty consistently. And there's a fault. There goes 6 seconds. I'm reaching the part of this grind where it's starting to wear me out emotionally, and so now I'm not doing all the fun. There's the perfect shot from him where there's no frame where you can hit the ball. Very nice. I'm at the point in the grind where I'm like, I'm getting emotionally worn out, so I'm no longer doing, like, there I did some fun motion after the point, but most of the time I'm just taking a mental break and not doing any, yeah, like that, not doing anything between points. Like, whenever he charges the net when the point's done, I still try to meet him there so that we can have a conversation. Alright. Nice. Very good luck in this game so far. Awesome. Very ideal return game there, so we're on a pretty good pace. Let's go for some frame-perfect serves the safer way. We got one there. Missed it. But that's the way that's fine. Like, at least we don't lose the point. Ah! Missed it in the fine way again. But again, like, every time you miss it when you're doing the slower toss, it's a little bit of a time loss compared to trying for the ace on the way up, or even just compared to just trying to hit the ball immediately and not even going for the ace. But I got 2 aces in that game, which saves time overall. Ooh, that could have been dangerous, but we're still fine. Very nice. Awesome. Yeah, we can get a huge sub 3 here with this game. Very nice. Okay. 242 on the scoreboard. That's pretty significant. Let's try and hit some more aces. Okay. Nice. We're getting some value so far from continuing to go for the frame perfects. And so far when I've missed them in the way that does not cause me to hit a fault. And he's cooperating amazingly well so far. He's hit 1 fault. Everything else has been pretty fast. And he hasn't returned any of my frame perfect serves, I don't think. So this is pretty wild. This is a pretty wild pace. Oh my gosh, like, could we possibly get sub 4 on this set? I don't, like, somebody's probably done it before, but, oh my gosh, and we got some great luck there. This is just all coming together. This is unbelievable. I don't think we can get sub 4, but if he whiffs this... He just let it hit his elbow! Like, the stars are aligning. This is unbelievable. And this is gonna be a winner. Holy cow! 404. Bad set not found. Let's try and keep it together here. Let's keep going for aces. That's an amazing start to set number 2. This is ridiculous. If we... Just imagine. If we get another set like that for the second set... Please, please, thank you. Then we will beat the world record for level 1 on speedrun.com, which is a very good time. But it's just so unlikely that I'll get another set like that. All I'm looking for is not a massive disaster. But this first game! Oh my goodness! I wondered if I would ever get a sub 5 after the first game of the second set. We just got a 442, I believe. It's still going amazing. I cannot believe what is happening right now. I'm just in flow state. I'm just letting whatever happens happen. Okay, he finally got one there, but it was still a fast point. This is a god run. This is 1,000,000,000% a god run. Oh my goodness. And he's not hitting faults right now. He might get that! Oh my gosh. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad at all. Still a perfect match so far. No lost points. Only one fault from the CPU. We haven't hit a single fault yet. He finally got one of our perfect serves. That was an awkward return, but the game let us win the point there. Holy freaking cow. Oh no! There it is! My first missed frame perfect in a way that caused me to get a fault. Okay. Still sub 6 on that point, which feels unbelievably significant. Let's keep going for the aces. Because why not? And we just got a lucky ace there. Which helps. Okay. And we got the frame perfect. Okay. Okay. We didn't let it turn into a massive disaster. One fault so far from us. Still an unbelievable pace. There's a fault from him. Okay, as long as he doesn't start doing that constantly, we could definitely get sub 9 will be significant. Like, we'll get a huge sub 9. As long as he doesn't hit any more faults. That's pretty much all we're asking for here. Like, if he does unwinnable points, then it is what it is. We still haven't lost a point yet, though. Oh my god, no. No way. The game can sense what's happening. So we've lost 12 seconds in this game from him hitting faults already. There's another one. The game knows. That's 18 seconds gone in this game from faults from the CPU. Not a single thing I could have done about any of that. Just like that, this is a normal pace. It's gone. The god pace is gone, and I just hit another fault. I've only made 2 mistakes this entire run. The vast majority of the time loss has just been from the game deciding to not let the points start. What an unbelievable pace it was. And I'm starting to miss the aces more. Yeah, all of a sudden, sub 9 isn't looking so good. And I just missed another one. I'm getting all the bad tosses in the way where I have to wait even longer to try to go for the frame perfect, which is the hardest one to try to react to. At least I finally got an ace there, but with that last fault, I think sub 9 is dead. So now finally, like, I'm starting to make mistakes and lose time, and now this is happening. Okay. We have a chance to finish the run, at least. PB chance. PB chance. It won't be much, but maybe we can get that, that sub... When it rains, it's a deluge. PB might not be possible anymore. In fact, I believe it's dead. And that's how it goes in Say games. Maybe we can at least finish it. Oh. Or I can move a pixel too far. What an unbelievable run. At the very least, we finished a set in 4 minutes and 4 seconds, which seems pretty substantial. And we took that ridiculous pace all the way into the 4th game of the 2nd set. Pretty amazing. What's up, Fruit Shop? Yes, I know. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. So I just have to hope that people aren't paying attention, but now they are. Yeah, sorry. Or I guess I can just like remove the title before. I guess I can do something about it. I can do something about it. So I'll remove the title of this one. Hope you all enjoyed that run. That was something special. Like, it was another good test of where I'm at emotionally with my life in general and how I react to things. Because after that run happened, I knew that I might have lost something that I will never, ever, ever see again. Like, it took me 800 attempts to see that, and that's the type of run that, like, I might have gotten lucky to see it before 20,000 attempts. And so I might literally never see it again as long as I live, but whatever, like, it happens. And nice lob by the CPU there, just absolutely godlike. So now we've seen the potential. Like, if I can get the run started with those fast aces in the first game, and then hit a decent amount of aces the slower way from then on, the safer way, and the CPU freaking cooperates and he doesn't hit 20,000 faults, we can get like an 8:30 reasonably. Like, very reasonably. We can get like an 8-minute and 30-second run. Maybe not very reasonably, but you know what I mean. Ah! Nice. Hee hee! Nice. Ah! Nice lob. Hey, he failed though. Cooperating so far. Okay. Nice. Those ones are always scary. Very nice. Have a chance for a sub-2 game here. Excuse me. That was an awkward return, but we made it work. There's one. Oh, we got the frame perfect, and he hit a perfect return. That is so say game. Okay, we got through it, but that could have been like 6 seconds faster. So a pretty slow game there. Even with hitting a frame-perfect serve. Yeah, why don't we just hit a tweener? Why don't they have a button for that? Terrible game. Ah! Nice fault. Okay, sub 3. It's like 16 seconds slower than that pace we just saw, but thank you for watering your streamer. That was close. Okay, I'm surprised that didn't go over my head. Flap your arms. Nice, got it there. Yeah, the trade-off of not hitting as many aces as I did the other time is that I'm losing more time compared to not even going for the aces because of the much longer toss. Trying to hit aces the safe way. We'll take that. Okay, that's lucky. We can still finish a pretty good first set here. It's not a 404, but it could be a sub 430 if he doesn't give me a long point here. That's fine. Ah! Just barely sub 430. Which, again, that's like all we need. If we get another set like that, that's a sub frickin' 9. Ah! Ah! Unfortunately, he's starting to get ticked off here, so maybe that's about to come back to bite me. Yeah, that's a good return, and he's at the net. Uh-oh. And this is awkward. Yep. There was nothing I could do. Like, I tried so hard to get a forehand there, but the game just refused to let me have it. Made it to the second set, though. And yeah, that was the run from that clip. Let me change the title of this next one. We're jumping much farther ahead. Are we going to be into the thousands now? I believe we are. Yep. We are in deep into the thousands. We have still only finished 4 runs. We are deep into the 1100s. We go again and again and again. Because even though I was on, like, sub 830 pace easily one time, all I'm still really going for is just, like, an 8-second PB. Because the seed that's... Oh, nice. The seed that's been planted in my mind is, like... I can at least get a time faster than JKL got, just, like, accidentally in one of his full game runs, right? Hopefully. Because that's what I'm considering as the world record at this point. That's the fastest time I know of. Even though it may not be the world record. That's my current goal. Good to see you, Teal. Hope you're doing well. Just checking out some offline attempts of NES Tennis. I got the frame perfect serve there, but he got it anyway, but it didn't go too badly. Yeah, having a pretty good day. I'm really enjoying the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. Tennis good? This is a very accurate game to the experience of tennis, where I can't get enough of it, and it's incredibly addicting, and I play it all the frickin' time, but it's also just torturous. And nothing goes right. And that's how it feels. Even though there are plenty of points and plenty of shots where things go just fine, it's very easy to only be able to focus on what goes wrong and the fact that you're not reaching any of your goals. It's very accurate to actual tennis. It's in that way. And it's not a bad, like, 1981, pretty impressive, honestly. It's a decent game. Ah! So at this point, unfortunately, I've gotten weary of going for the aces all throughout the match. Because, like, part of why I kept going for it all throughout the entire run in the God pace was just because I was doing it for fun at that point, to change things up. And then it got to the point where this was dragging on so long that I went back to just going for the safe serves when I got decent starts, and just, even though it was more likely for the CPU to end runs with unwinnable points, at least I can get the frickin' point starter without having to worry about hitting a fault. Perfect lob by the CPU there, but thankfully he missed. So this isn't an amazing pace, but we can get a sub 3 off of it. And that should work. Oh wait, I didn't get a good angle there, but he missed it. Lucky. 255 on that game. Again, like 13 seconds slower than what we've seen, but we don't need anything that absurd. Nice, we got a lucky ace, and he got mad. I've never seen a full run without losing a single point. So I don't need anything unbelievable to happen to still get something special in that way. That was a slow point, but we still haven't lost any. That's awkward. Hey, I still got the angle. Ah! Yeah, chance for a sub 430 here on set 1. That was close, but it worked out perfectly. Very lucky. Yeah, now finally I'm starting to... Every time he rushes the net after his serve, and I hit my return, I move way back, just in case he hits a really good shot off of my return. And that's going to keep way more runs alive, so that I can actually get to shots. But he didn't offer resistance in that game, so we definitely got a sub 430. We're into set 2 again. And if we can just get that one clean second set... This isn't a good start. Okay, he finally let it go. But that's not a good omen. So I'm gonna go for an ace to try and make up for it. But instead, I didn't get the ace and lost time on the toss. Yeah, so let's just go back to safety. Oh, we got the lucky ace! Okay. Thanks, I guess. Uh-oh. Okay, thank you. Alright, not bad. Again, like, this is now like 40 seconds slower than the God run, but... Oh, wow, he got it. See? But that's why I moved back. Because I was ready that time. I was able to react. But this is bad. And that's really awkward. What a lob! Okay. I just barely got that over the net. We've had a couple of slow points so far. Not anything we could do about it except do our best to win the point, and at least we did that. Ah! But man, the game does not want a clean second set. I mean, look at how many attempts I've done, and I've still never gotten a clean second set once. Okay. I'm looking for a sub 6 after that game, to be honest, but let's just see what happens. That works. That was close, though. That was an awkward return. 4 games away. Nice. Yes, okay, thank you. Lucky ace. Almost another one, but instead we got this. What a shot. This is bad. Okay, we can... No, he still got there! Oh my god. Nothing I can do. Game said no. And now the run's pretty much over. Okay. We'll keep going. Now if he hits a single fault, like, I don't think he's hit a single fault in this run. And if he hits any faults now, it's like... PB is dead, basically. This is a video game, I think. Ah! What are you mad about, dude? You've lost me like 50 seconds in the last 50 seconds. And now when it rains, it's a deluge. And now another slow point. This run is dead. Uber dead. And I can't do anything with this shot. He went absolutely Super Saiyan. The game just cannot let a good second set happen. Ay. Change the title of this one and move on. We go next. Another good attempt, though. Another good run. It's just a say game, so it's like impossible to finish quickly. That's why it takes this many attempts. Ah! The combination of having to do everything absolutely perfectly, even though it's a simple game, where doing things perfectly isn't a massive ask. It's tough to do everything perfectly and react perfectly to constantly changing and sudden situations for 10 minutes as the pressure grows. And you have to hope for perfect luck the entire time, when absurd variance is on the table at all times. It's a say game. So back to the first game, just trying to get those frame-perfect serves on the way up on the toss. So there might be a lot of resets to me missing it on the frame that makes it go deep and hit a fault and immediately lose 6 or 7 seconds. The stutter step. There's the frame-perfect serve. I tried to get a forehand, but the game took it away. Okay, we got through it. Give me that serve every single time. Give me that line. That perfect target. Uh-oh. But that's why I moved back. Nice. Not much I could do there. Doing? There we go. Ah! And my split button didn't work again. But I got the first ace, so we're gonna continue. Okay, there we go. Doom. I think the game makes a sound if you run and hit the ball as it's traveling through the air. Even though that doesn't cause anything to happen. Like, if that happened in real life, which is basically impossible unless you hit a drop shot to outrun the ball, you would immediately lose the point. My timer didn't work again, but I got the first ace again, so we'll keep going. Nope. There we go. Yeah, see, that doo sound. Because I think I'm hitting the ball as I run through it because I'm traveling faster than my own serve. That's how freaking fast the people in this game move. Yeah, there. Like, I think the game is still really quiet on stream, so you might not be able to hear it. This gives me a moment to check my phone, because I believe that's what I'm doing in the past. Yeah, I forget exactly what I was doing there. Oh wait, I know what I was doing. I was watching the Olympics because the final run of the final person in the men's luge was happening. I wanted to see how that run went, and he ended up killing it. And took the gold medal. Maybe I shouldn't have said that because maybe that's spoilers. It happened early yesterday. Nice, I got the frame perfect serve and he hit a perfect return. Did I actually spoil you, Brian Williams, or are you just joking? In either case, I apologize. I will try to not do it. Gotta figure out how to sneak in curling. Yeah, curling finals, yes. Yeah, sorry about, like, I don't know who you're like, as I believe you, I know you live in Britain, but were you originally American? So I wonder who you're rooting for. Because I was gonna, and again, like, what I was going to say would have been a spoiler, so maybe I shouldn't say what I was going to say. Timer didn't work again. But it sounds like you probably know the results of that because you're interested in the final. You'd watch whatever final, okay. Yeah, I know curling is divisive. I know people either love it or they think it's the dumbest thing ever. I'm in the camp of people, well, I don't like love it, but I think it's really cool and I enjoy watching it. But it's one of those things that, like, people get angry when they see, like, when they're reminded that it exists. It's like, Why must you be so aggressive about something that isn't exactly for you having a place in this world? Yeah, most of Winter Olympics is like ice plus gravity equals fast, and curling is like a 1 mile per hour rock. And it's so unique, like the motions that you do in order to launch the rock are really elegant and unique and iconic. Like that takes so much strength and flexibility to do that. And the physics of the sweeping is super cool too. Yeah, it's just cool. And people don't hate on other precision-based activities as much. Like, everybody freaking loves cornhole. And sure, like, people might scoff at cornhole also having a professional, like, sport. And being something that people do as a living. But again, why? Like, why would you be so affronted by that? It's not hurting anybody. Let people do things. Especially because it's something that, like, people casually think is awesome. Why is it suddenly bad that people are, like, doing it very seriously and making money off of it? And getting more attention. So TLDR, I like curling. I think it's cool. It's hard to hate on most Winter Olympics games. Cross-country ski and then also shoot. Sure, why not? Yeah, I enjoy watching that. I think it's cool. Things like that, it kind of soothes every part of your brain to watch. And the way they cover it is really, really cool. Like, the way they show the shooters and then... Ah! And then, also are able to capture every single shot on the thing. Uh-oh. This is not... Okay, good. That could have been worse. We have a chance at a sub 3 here. Just barely, I think. As long as he doesn't get this. Okay. It was not sub 3 scoreboard, but still, like, we can work with this. And this is rough. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Okay, that was... I mean, we grinded and we got the point. Skiing, skating, sliding, snowboarding, and... curling! 2 awkward points to start here, and we got them both, but we need a lot faster points than this. And instead of getting a faster point, we got an unwinnable point, basically. That's okay. The pace wasn't amazing. Wow. Swung a little early there. The pace wasn't amazing. There is a frame-perfect serve. That? Really? Okay, so it's less positioning and more the timing that gives you the angles. Yeah, like, oh, and I forgot to start the time. Well, I didn't forget, it just didn't work. There we go. Yeah, my favorite Winter Olympic sport, probably far and away, was figure skating for a few years, and then COVID happened, and I kind of fell out of following a lot of those things. I lost the momentum, and then also, like, we switched TV providers, and so it wasn't as easy to record things anymore, and yada yada yada, so... I stopped following gymnastics and figure skating as closely as I did for a while. And table tennis. But I still think figure skating is freaking incredible. Like, all the acrobatic / dance element sports I have, you know, an affinity for because I have extra appreciation for them being an acrobat myself. And just I've always been interested in movement-based activities and human contortions and acrobatics from an aesthetic and spectative perspective. So yeah, all of the big air, like slope style, figure skating, half pipe, all that stuff, I really love. Yeah, Summer Olympics is very, very wide-ranging on all sorts of different, completely varied stuff. This is rough. Oh my gosh, he hit the short ball. That was rare. I cannot believe I was able to get to it. Only because how fast you move in this game was I able to get to it. He did a perfect play there, and I still won the point. So we'll keep going. And this is rough again. Holy moly! The unbelievable running pass down the line. And this run continues on decent pace. Oh my goodness gracious. That was like a realistic, like, Rafa Nadal, Carlos Alcaraz zinger of a highlight. Wow. And now the game has given me faults. Oh my gosh. But that... Moments like that can happen in this game. In this 1981 release era NES game. That can just light you up. That was so cool. And, like, it's refusing to give me fast points, but... But, like, I'm so, like, at least just to see that shot, I'm kind of glad the grind has taken this long. But yeah, we're not getting any fast points here, and there it goes. But holy cow, that was awesome. We got the clip at least. Let's move on. How long is this one? Yeah, let's go to about here. I think I was watching, yeah, I was watching more Olympics there. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that shot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Summer Olympics, definitely. Incredibly varied. All sorts of wide-ranging and dissimilar disciplines. And winter sports, definitely more similar in the sort of foundation of a lot of what's going on. But a lot of really cool different things as well, like the fact that the ice in speed skating is completely different. Like, you can see your own perfect reflection in the speed skating ice compared to the figure skating ice, which is still very, of course, incredibly well manicured, but like a lot of finer details that make things completely different. That time I noticed that my timer didn't start. Ayah. But yeah, like, I'm definitely more of a summer person than a winter person, and so even though I adore the Winter Olympics just as much as the Summer Olympics, like, your point kind of I agree with, and I will say that it kind of leads me to believe that there's just less to do in winter and cold environments than there is in summer and temperate environments / the heat. to a certain extent. Although, you know, some Summer Olympics activities aren't specifically like summer/warm weather things, like exclusively. Like table tennis. But it just gets included in Summer Olympics because it just kind of, I guess they feel like it, well, because the Summer Olympics came first, right? The Winter Olympics were a lot more recent. And so I think the Summer Olympics picked up a much more wide-ranging amount of things because those were the original Olympics. Balance the sports. We need a patch! Where's our DLC? Uh-oh. Okay, we got there. Oh, yes! It wasn't as spectacular as the other shot we hit, but it was still good. Still earned us the point. It lost us a lot of time, but you never know what can happen. The rest of the run might be absolutely perfect. And this is still not a bad start. Nerf Ilya Malinin. Ugh. We have, like, so many of Olympic sports. We just keep seeing new greatest of all times. Like, they're having... Oh, wow, that was weird. The game completely... It switched me, like, twice in 2 frames. We're gonna continue, but... Yeah, Ilya Malinin is another example of what's happening in so many Olympic sports, where there are just so many advancements, and, like, every, like, 5 to 10 years, you have people pushing and breaking boundaries, and so the new people coming in, that's their new baseline. That, like, okay, like, that's what I'm gonna do, and then they get there, and they're like, well, now I'm gonna push harder. And so you just keep seeing new, like, all-time greats that are, like, by definition, like, better than the people that came before them in so many sports and so many activities. And Ilya Malinin is one of them. I'm very curious to see how he's gonna do starting tomorrow, because he definitely was not flawless in any regard so far. Without possibly spoiling any results, I'll just keep it at that. Nice double fault. That was awkward, but we managed to win it. So this won't be a sub 3, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, we'll see what the game... If the game ever lets us play the game, we'll see. Starting off with 2 frame-perfect serves here, and only one of them gave us the ace. Three for 3. Nice, okay. Got through that game pretty quickly. Hee-hee! Uh-oh. Yep. Yep. You never know what could happen from here. We could get the perfect match from here. The double golden set. Like, we didn't lose the point. We only lost, like, 12 seconds. One of the shots only took three swings. Moved a little bit too far. And there goes the run. We try again. Run number 1212. There's a frame-perfect serve. Very nice. Missed that one. But at least we missed it in the way that allows us to start the point. Ah! There's one, okay. 2 for 4 on the frame perfect serves. That should work. Nice. Ah! He's been agitated so far. Okay, I wondered if he was going to get that one. But I would have been ready with how I move all the way back behind the baseline. Okay, good. Couldn't tell if that was going to hit the net or not. It's so nice to have you all here. I really appreciate it. Alright, and now I'm still not going for the aces all throughout the match. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was awkward. Ah! That usually results in him returning it. Oh my. That's 2 points in a row that we got a little bit lucky off of really awkward returns. So yeah, I'm not going for aces anymore throughout the entire match, just because this has worn me down so much. We got the god pace like 600 attempts ago. And now I just want to see what I can do, like finishing a run. Ah! He keeps charging the net so often. We got a sub 2 there. And there goes 6 seconds. Right after I acknowledge that we're on a pretty good pace. Hopefully he doesn't hit a billion faults from here on out. The most nothing I can do about it time loss that there is. We need more points like that. Make the first serve and give me a clear amount of space down the line. Or just whiff here. No, he didn't. Oh, no. Okay, that gave it to me! Oh my goodness. I cannot believe we are continuing this run without having lost a point. Okay! And so we just lose the next one instead. I guess that one is slightly faster. But it still sucks. So we do not get a sub 3 here on winning the 4th game. But who knows? Maybe we could finally have a perfect second set and just not lose a single other point from here. Let's just continue, even though I really, really wanted to reset. So here I'm going for aces, because I want to see if I can get some of that time back. I'm going for aces on the way up on the toss, and I got one of them. I missed all the others, but at least we got a little bit of the time back. Ah! So that gives us a chance to get the sub 430 set. It's really unfortunate that we've already lost a point and we've gotten 2 faults from the CPU. That might kill the sub 430. But let's try to be diligent here. Just try to see this through. Okay. Give me more of that, please. That's much better. No sub 430, but pretty close. So, let's try and get that elusive, legendary, mythical, golden second set that the game is just so unbelievably reticent to ever allow to happen. If we do, maybe we have an outside shot at a sub 9, even with the problems with that first set. But it's going to be very unlikely because, again, like, I feel placated with the time that I have right now enough that I'm not going for aces. I'm just hoping that maybe the game will give me a few of those lucky aces on the regular serves. instead of like the 80% chance I have to get an ace on the frame perfect serves. I still have like a 10% chance to get an ace on the regular serves. So maybe with me going safe, I'll still be able to get some of that time benefit. But just about everything is still up to the game. But this is a very friendly game so far from him. We have a chance to squeeze out a sub 6 in this game, which is one of the metrics that I look for in a decent pace. Alright, he gave it to me. Ah! Don't be mad at me, dude. You're the one who whiffed that. Yeah, so now that I see the sub 6, I'm definitely not feeling like I want to push it. And risk hitting some faults. Ah! He's so agitated. Hopefully that's not a bad omen. Hopefully he's about to not start going Super Saiyan. So far, he's really cooperating. If I lose a single point, I might reset. We'll see. And we're hoping that he doesn't give us any faults in his service games. He finally went for the stutter step there. And we're not getting any of those lucky aces. Uh-oh. And now we're here. Now we're in a long sequence. Please give me a forehand. Thank you. That's why I wanted a forehand. We got out of it. Not great. But still no lost points in set number 2. And all of a sudden, we're just 3 games away. From here on is where it's toughest. Like, I've gotten to this point without losing a single point many times. Like, not even in the first set. This is where things unraveled in the God pace. When I was like, 30 seconds ahead of this. But right now... Okay, I played it safe there, and we got lucky. Okay, buddy. He just has so much to say to me at the net right now. There's a fault. How dare you call that a fault? Stop it! Please just miss this. Oh my goodness. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. It was an annoying game, but it could have been worse. So even though we're not losing any points, it's not been a super fast second set. I wanted a backhand there, but it actually might have been fast that the game refused to give it to me, because I might have had no way to hit the backhand in the court. And instead it gave me a forehand overhead winner. So that might have been a really, really nice refusal by the game. And now the rest of this is going okay so far. Yeah, no chance for sub 9 here. Unfortunately. Yeah, we got no lucky aces. That stinks. But he missed that. Okay. 1 game away from a PB. Maybe we can finally get that sub 914 that I've been looking for, because I believe that's the time that JKL said that he got in one of his full game runs. That's what I'm considering as like the fastest time I know. That's my current goal. Alright. Good first 2 points. Uh-oh. Come on, man. Why? Okay. Could have been worse. Now, please, if this point goes long, it could rip it all away. Don't. He whiffed. There it is. Perfect timing, Jamich. Welcome. You came in right at the end of my current personal best in completing level 2 by itself in NES Tennis. Jamich asking, how is this game? Would you say you love it? In a way, yes. Because it seems like I do love torturing myself. That was attempt number 1212. And that was our 5th completion out of all those attempts. Like I said earlier, this game really does feel like, in a way, especially speedrunning it, a good example of what tennis really is like. Where you hit so many good shots and so many points go your way, but you don't really think about that, because all you really think about is when things go wrong, and when things cost you everything, and how you're not achieving your goals. Tennis is really difficult to not approach that way in real life. And so Speedrunning this game is pretty realistic toward actual tennis, where I do kind of love it. I think it's a really impressive game for 1981 black box NES sports games. It's pretty darn good in a lot of ways, but man, it is such a say game in that it is just a ridiculous slot machine every single moment, and you have to play perfectly the entire time, and even if you do, you're still probably going to get some unwinnable points. Yep, that is just speedrunning. Any way you slice it, that's aces. Yep. Thank you, Jimich. Well done. But yeah, there you go. Like, we lost a single point, and it was a short point that we lost in that game, in that match. And the CPU gave us, I think, 2 faults. And it still wasn't anywhere close. Well, it was kind of close to sub 9, but it wasn't like right there. It wasn't just like, it was like 2 fast points away. And the main thing was, I think, the fact that we didn't get any lucky aces. That would have helped a lot. And we just had a couple of longer points that we won, and of course, like the 1 point that we lost. A lot of little things added up to cost us some time. And thank you for the GG. But as it stands, like, I'm okay with that run. 907's pretty good. It is faster than what JKL said he had as his fastest mentioned level 2 PB. This is the fastest time I know of, so I will definitely submit this one. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed that run. And thank you all again for being here. This is really awesome. I feel so blessed. Thank you so much, Brian Williams. I feel so blessed lately. I've had amazing viewership compared to my usual for the last many months. And I try not to focus on that too hard, but I think it's very natural. It just happens. It's hard to avoid that. It's human nature. Numbers just fascinate us in many ways, especially when they pertain to us in personal ways. And so days like this, it's tough for me to leave, but I do want to go off and watch some more Olympics and just sort of do a bunch of different stuff for the rest of the night. So I will go ahead and send you all off somewhere else. I was thinking about JKL, but I just rated him last time. I don't know if I've rated White Hat very often. I know White Hat is also a respected member of the retro community and is playing a fun-looking game. And White Hat also, has played a lot of other games that I ended up playing a ton, like Joust NES. Was one of the original, world record holders in that game. So I always have a soft spot for White Hat for that reason. Yeah, feel free to go and hang out there. I really, really, again, appreciate you all so very much. Thank you so much for hanging out. Really hope you enjoyed. And don't know if there's going to be more NES Tennis to come. I feel like I should attempt a full game run at some point. I don't know if it's going to be my current project. Now I have a feel for the game. My next project, before River City Ransom, there keep being more things I'm squeezing in before I actually try to start the big grind of River City Ransom. I've been really liking the look of Target Renegade on NEScard's stream. I want to see if I can challenge for that as well. Don't know if I can, but I want to see. Because that is not only an honorary Kunio, it is a bootleg Kunio. It's like, technically, an actual Kunio. So I feel like I really should see what I can do there. In any case, until next time, everybody, have a beautiful one. Dream on, folks. Peace. Thank you so very much. Take care. All the very best.